friends, and in this session I'm going to talk about information technology and the basics of information technology. So, information technology as a term arose during 1970s to describe the combination of two previously existing disciplines, that is computing and telecommunications. Since then, very many definitions of the term exist, ranging from the narrow, that would encompass those traditional aspects of office data processing, and to the broad, that would involve the remote control and monitoring of manufacturing robots. So, information technology is seen for the purposes of this session to be all of those technology that enable the development of commercial information processing systems. So, for example, the development of fiber optics cables to carry voice, data, video communication, uh, all of these are IT enabling technology. They enable information transaction or information technology, as is the development of faster and larger capacity microprocessors. So interestingly, it is not these enabling technologies that pose potential problems for our society. Rather, it is the act of harnessing and combining these technologies. So how to use the technology? So before starting information technology, let me give you an overview of information technology, what it is actually. So as the name suggests, information technology, not data technology. There is the difference between data and there is a difference between data and technology. So information technology consists of everything which has these two prongs, information and technology. So for example, if there any technology which is kind of communicating any kind of any sort of information with all of us, that would come under or fall under the ambit of information technology. So with this, let's talk about Information Technology Act. So as we know that in current scenario or in the present scenario, the computer and internet has impacted every walk of our lives, right? And information technology has proved to be a boon for humanity, right? And in certain cases pain, and it has benefited human life in many ways. Since with every positive things, like obviously like I said, it's a boon and bane, negative things also comes in. Like similarly, people also started to misuse the wonders of information technology. And to do away with this, in the year 2000, Information Technology Act was passed to deal with various matters pertaining to information technology, its uses and misuses. And this act deals and provides various recognition to electronic communication, email, digital signatures, electronic signatures, computerized documents. It also provides legal remedies in case of misuse of information technology. After reading this lesson, after reading this act or this particular session, a student should be able to understand the purpose of Information Technology Act, the meaning of different terms has been used in Information Technology Act, right? The meaning of digital signature, electronic records, working of various authorities, and liabilities over the use and misuse of uh, information technologies. So let me start from the very beginning. So United Nations General Assembly, by its resolution, that is somewhere around in 1997 if I'm not wrong, has adopted the model law on electronic commerce, right, which is adopted by United Nations Commission of International Trade Law, and this is referred to as ancestral model on e-commerce. Following the UN resolution, India passed the Information Technology Act in 2000, which came into force on somewhere around October 2000, October 17 to be very precise, 2000. The Information Technology Act has been substantially amended through the Information Technology Amendment Act 2008. Then it got presidential assent on 5th of February 2009 and came into force on 27th October 2009. So this is also an issue or debatable aspect, that an act which has been enacted in 2000 came into force in 2009. Why these long 9 years? This is also an issue of debate that we will not deal with this in this session. So why Information Technology Act 2000 was made applicable to India? What was the purpose? What was the objective? So the objectives is of various prongs. So the first is to give legal recognition to any transaction which is done electronically or which is done by use of internet. To give legal recognition to digital signatures. So there are various electronic contracts has been happening over internet, and we cannot go and sign. So provide there must be an identity. There must be a legal digital identity which can be created by digital signature, and to provide facility of filing documents online. Like this is also is happening online. So it's also comes within the purview of Information Technology Act. Under under IT Act, there is a provision that any company can store their data in electronic storage, and to provide the security to that electronic storage if at all any leak happens, and this leads to computer crime. So the Information Technology Act 2000 aims to stop computer crime and protect privacy of internet users. To give legal recognition to bankers and their book of accounts, and to provide to provide legal basis to electronic evidences in term for restricting electronic crimes. So not only this, but today Information Technology Act and intellectual property rights have been overlapped so much. I will deal with this elaborately in coming sessions. Intellectual property right in cyberspace. But first, let me start with the legislative history of Information Technology Act. Like I told you, it's primarily based on ancestral model on e-commerce. So, various attempts were made in year 1998 for introducing law pertaining to information technology in India. But the Information Technology Act was passed only in June 2000. And various amendments has been brought by Government of India in 2000, and amendment was happened in 2008. And a new version of IT Act is often referred to as that it provided additional focus on informational security, kind of informational self-determinism. It has added various new sections on offences including cyber terrorism and data protection. And a very important section which controls all of this is section 43A of Information Technology Act. Like every act, it also has a jurisdiction. So what is jurisdiction of the act? So territorial jurisdiction of the act extends to whole of India. Whole of India. It applies also to any person. It applies also to any offence or contravention thereunder committed outside India by any person. Now, more than applicability, its non-applicability has relevance for all of you. So, IT Act 2000 does not apply to. Firstly, it does not apply to a negotiable instrument as defined under Section 13 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1889. Remember all of these things. These things are very important. So, first is a negotiable instrument as defined in Section 13 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1889. Secondly, a power of attorney as defined in Section 1A of the Powers of Attorney Act 1882. A trust as defined in Section 3 of Indian Trusts Act. A will as defined in Clause H of Section 2 of Indian Succession Act, including any other testamentary disposition by whatever name it may be called. So any contract for the sale or conveyance of immovable property or any interest in such property. IT Act does not apply on this also. So, and any such class of documents or transactions as may be notified by central government in the official gazette. So there are six major categories wherein IT Act 2000 does not apply. Now let's see various definitions under IT Act. The a word access, you might have heard about it. So section 2 subsection 1 clause A of IT Act defines access as grammatical variations and cognate expressions. It means gaining entry into or instructing or communicating with the logical, arithmetical, or memory function resources of computer system, or computer network. Section 2, 1, clause B defines addressee. Addressee means a person who is intended by the originator to receive the electronic record but does not include any intermediary. Now, there are various other definitions, but main definition, one of them, I will only tell you important definition. Section 2, 1, clause D tells you about affixing digital signature. I will deal with signatures in coming sessions. These are very important part of information technology law. So what is affixing digital signature mean? So affixing digital signature means that its grammatical variations and cognate expressions means adoptions of any technology or methodology or procedure by a person for the purposes of authenticating an electronic record by means of digital signature. Now, what is asymmetric cryptosystem? It's also a very important term. So asymmetric cryptosystem means a system of secure key pair consisting of a private key for creating a digital signature and a public key to verify the digital signature. So there must be a public key, and the person who has this digital signature will own the private key. And whatever document is there can only be opened when the person holding private key will apply the private key. Now, what is computer according to Information Technology Act? So section 2, 1, clause I defines computer as any electronic, magnetic, optical, or other high-speed data processing device, a system which performs logical, arithmetic, or memory functions by manipulations of electronic, magnetic, or optical impulses, and includes all input, output, processing, storage, computer software, communication facilities, and which are connected or related to the computer in a computer system or network. Now, what is computer network and system? These two phrases has been defined in consecutive coming clauses, that is clause J and clause L. Clause J defines computer network as interconnection of one or more computers through. So your college's cyber cell has a system of networks that could be termed as computer network. But the legal definition is the use of satellite, microwave, terrestrial line, or communication media and terminals of a complex consisting of two or more interconnected computers. Likewise, computer system means a device for collection of devices or collection of devices, including input or output support devices and excluding calculators which are not programmable and capable of being used in conjunction with external files, etc., etc. Now with this we will try to learn about digital signatures and every other aspect of Information Technology Act. But in the next session, I will deal with the topic of internet. What is internet? How internet came into existence? What are the various purposes that it serves? And why it is very important for all of you. Till then, thank you.